We had an opportunity to catch up with Wayne a couple of days ago, and we were talking to him about how it is to play on this squad and what he has learned. And you could tell the confidence.
Bro,
wait a minute.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what the hell is this comp? They're going for the Harbor, Golden Boy.
The Harbor is out, but wait a minute. We thought we were going to see the Jet.
Harbor. I thought for a moment we were going to see Mini Jet, but no,
I was going to scream.
Okay,
but
so
still,
we all
dude.
going to the neon, the Waylay, the sky, no fade on my
Viper Harbor.
Viper.
Where's the Yoru? Is there what?
Dude, this is crazy. This is almost like you've gone back in time to the Viper Harbor meta of 2023, except you're playing double duelist.
Dude, just
no
walls
sentinel.
on walls. We're walling off everything.
And they're pushing on defense, presumably, because you can't just anchor with this comp.
The height of that harbor wall might cut off like all of heaven now over on that B.
We haven't even seen
so
it in play
tall,
yet.
man.
So
40
for those
feet
who
tall.
don't know, and you're tuning in wondering why the hell are these weirdos freaking out, it's because Wayne is playing the Harbor, a character that was recently buffed. We have not seen this agent played yet in an official.
Every part of his kit.
So
has
we
been
have
buffed.
no idea what the impact is going to be. But let's go ahead and get this EMEA showdown on the books and send it over to your casters, Pacific's finest, Achilleos and Paper Thin.
I think that we are just as shocked as all of you are. Yeah, Liquid, they are coming out. We've said, yeah, they're probably going to change the compositions around the neon. Yes, okay, checking the boxes.
Right.
Harbor is now making an appearance for the first time at Masters Santiago.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, with the changes to Harbor, you have a ton of uptime on the smokes. The ult is really good. It doesn't need a ton of charges. I think it's only 7 if I'm not mistaken. So you have the ability to really cycle through things quickly to control a lot of space. And, you know, with the Viper in there as well, I think this is going to be really oppressive for mates to get good reads, to have to try to figure out ways to get past those smokes efficiently and effectively on the fly. So you've got to be excited if you're a Team Liquid fan, because I think they're going to be bringing the heat against mates.
I'll tell you what this reminds me of. It reminds me of Liquid when they showed up to Masters Toronto. That was when Nats wasn't there. They had Penny subbing in, and they were just kind of scrambling to find these compositions, and they were running some really weird ones to decent success back at that tournament. It feels like that, but obviously Nats is here. Let's see how it plays out quickly on the dive forward. Miniboo going to be sent up around the corner. Eventually finds the headshot, though, as Mini will get taken down. The pop flash in the slide across, Camo able to hold his own for a kill, and just like that, the pistol done and dusted with Liquid standing tall.
And there you go. You can already see some of the value you are going to get out of that high tide. The ability to cut off so much of that B site is going to open up things. And then, you know, you have the toxic screen as well to give you some cover on the entry. So you've got multiple layers here to work with as Team Liquid to set yourself up for these executes. Big opener from Miniboo while stunned up, and then they just keep pushing. They set up those crossfires, they knock them down. This is a great start for Team Liquid, who have run into this tournament.
They're just going to be running into the B site once again. See Gamble and Spawn from 3 players, just going to be a fast rotation towards this B side of the map. Meanwhile, Mini is going to be tucking away. Double dash up and over the top of Miniboo, able to find one. Martin peels one back with the classic, with the neon on the floor. Wayne stunned up, has the eyes there on a player, but Camo swinging around back of Hall. He's able to find Glyph, Bitbo falls, and now just Martin there in heaven. Now that Starzo has been taken down on the flank. Ooh. Martin making it a little bit more costly though. Good damage to be found here.
Nats is weak too.
He's a map 46. Taking the TP, but Camo still there watching. Martin finds a headshot. Gets the shot to the shoulder versus Camo. Only minor damage inflicted. But he gets the dink and nearly gets the finisher. That was so very close. Team Liquid barely scraped by.
All right, so you got to be a little bit more careful as Team Liquid. Just running it down is already starting to get read pretty well. The quick rotations coming through from mates. Martin heating up. Those are things you do not want to see as Liquid, because we saw it when we got to Pearl against EDG, where Martin really started to step up there as that player that we've known him to be here in kickoff on that Yoru. Just so efficient, getting those multi-kills in so many rounds. The guy is just a terror.
Overall, wasn't too hefty an investment from them in the previous round, so there is going to be decent firepower available to them as Saturate on the lob in. Miniboo eventually able to collect that kill, turns back, looking for players at the connector, but Martin continuing to succeed. That's a kill there, Mini getting involved, will be able to clean up another 2, and now it's just Miniboo. Barrel stuffs with the classic, cleans up 1. And he's still here in position, Starzo getting closer. Just on the opposite side of the doors, right where the spike is on the floor. The spot on the 1, the slide in, is able to find the kill, but cannot get the 180 transfer. That will be Mates getting themselves on the board, but again, only just the 1 player surviving.
Yeah, that's a lot of economic damage done there by Team Liquid. And Miniboo is off to a hot start, already has his overdrive in hand. And this is exactly one of the big things I wanted to point out for this match, was the Miniboo versus Beepo matchup, because Miniboo, I think, is a little bit better in the fragging department. You know, the analyst desk has been talking about how good Miniboo is when he slides. He is one of the best at hitting shots while sliding or right at the end of a slide. Whereas Beepo better at the space creating, setting up Martin, Mini, Glyph, the players behind him to do some work.
Oh, once again, just gonna be this B-side attack simulator coming through from Team Liquid.
They're different.
Yeah, change up on the tripwires, but still Camo getting in deep enough, gets on top of Mini before he really realizes what the hell is going on. The chaos of his composition continues to be gorgeous, just like these shots from Camo. 3 kills, an upgrade of the weapon. Beepo's able to peel 1 back. Wayne gonna be struck down, but they're just gonna have to back away and try to go for the save. We've got Miniboo slotting forward, just the base of water. Looks like they're not gonna go creeping down to that. As I say it, Glyph will be exploring. Not pushing though. Just look to maintain their positions and hold on to these weapons as long as they possibly can, but Miniboo putting himself in the correct spot to be able to find a punish, and punish he shall. Eliminated now, just Glyph to try to stay alive as the spike gets ready to blow up.
Nothing left to do. Ooh.
Careful.
Yeah, that one tickled a little.
That's, now your armor gone.
And that's not great because he was on 0 creds, so that's so much damage being done here economically by Team Liquid on this attacker side. They're going to be 1 away from the reckoning for Wayne. You've got the convergent paths as well. Miniboo is an overdrive. You have so much ability to, oh my God, dude.
I mean, he just bypasses all of the trips.
Right.
He just goes up and over the top of the box, drops down the opposite side. And Mini has no clue.
I think Mini there is just trying to guess where, you know, the landing zone is going to be. And then Camo just does the same thing. He's expecting a change-up.
Speaking of doing the same thing, at least for the start, there's the orb grab. Reckoning now online. Over around the back, some safety.
Oh, Mini.
As he's going to be taken down. Wayne able to find the first, looking for a follow-up, gets it. Glyph now eliminated. The 1 rifle that they had coming into this round going to be left on the floor as people unable to acquire that as he strafes his way out of the sight. Now going to be set up. Beepo going to be able to find 1, stops for being a flawless. Starzo and Martin just backpedaling, repositioning, looking to go down to the spike. Team Liquid going to have a 4-1 start.
It's just so pacey, and just look at the way the players are playing. It's just go, go, go. Check angle, check angle, check angle, real fast. Like, they are just so hot right now, and Mates, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a timeout coming. Camo gonna find 1. Wayne gets the last one, 3 in the round.
Didn't even need to invest the ultimate.
No.
Still just collecting those charges, collecting those heads. I have to wonder at what point does Paco decide to call the timeout for Gentlemates? You're going back into another buy. You've got 4 ultimates available. Is this the time to pump the brakes, or do you trust in the team, just in that in-game leadership to be able to counteract this? Because right now, Liquid, they're not doing anything too crazy.
No.
This is going to be the first round where they really change it up. They're now leaning in towards the A side of the map.
Well, it's so hard here as Mates because anybody who's trying to anchor is just getting absolutely run over. They're going to use the Reckoning right off the rip here to clear long. And then they still have follow-up behind this. Now, there are ults to counter for Mates. They can play for retake on this. They've got their drift. They've got the Nightfall. They've got an overdrive of their own.
Now you get that High Tides situated as well. Like a retake, very difficult. Nightfall will be able to crash across onto 3, I do believe. As Relay Bolt's going to be sent out. People able to find 1 as Wayne will get taken down. Purpo trying to hold his own here. Default on the side. Minibu, however, from stairs, able to peel one back, pops the overdrive, and is right up on Starso's face. The kills are there. Everybody from Liquid in pole position to trade out to capitalize. Now 5-1.
And you're just trying to play off the Nightfall's info there. You don't invest the drift from Martin. You just try to make a go of it unexpectedly. Oh, trying to spam the wall there. Love the way that Minibu's reacting. Immediately goes for the ult, the slide. Don't give Starkzo any chance to try to swing you on that angle. And this Liquid, man, they are something else. The way that they have completely reinvented themselves in the second half of the start of the year is so fun to watch.
I mean, right now, I think everybody's going to be hoping that we get to see this iteration of Liquid, this aggression go up against the likes of HyperX.
Right?
Just be,
or Nongshim.
I mean, it might be the Event Horizon moment. Like, it's just where singularity has occurred and reality folds in on itself. It'd be too glorious to witness.
It would be incredible. I mean, it feels like a supermassive black hole that you're running into. You just can't escape the gravity that this team's creating. Mates is gonna finally rip the timeout and try to figure things out. Hope to maybe throw a few sheriffs in there for the next round. But Camo as well on that waylay, you know, talking about his ability to play the Yoru, how good he is. But like this pace that they're playing at and the sharpness that he's able to like get down with his aim when he gets in there is so impressive right now. Like they are so ready for this. Like the drilling that they've already been able to kind of put into their play is incredible. And oh, by the way, they still got a couple ults to fool around with.
Yeah, still the Seekers. Try to gain some information. Martin gonna be playing close, just dashes back over to Hall. It's Liquid once again, not looking to play the map, not looking to spread out, no defaults here, no contact plays. Just straight up into this B side where Camo is able to take down 3. Looking to try to recover the weapon. Pop flash on the corner. They just double face in. Starkzo gets taken down, and that is now just Glyph left alone to his own devices. A lone, sad sheriff in hand.
Spike planted.
Minibu will end up falling. Previously taking some damage, but now getting caught. Trying to go for the reload. Eats a bit. They'll just keep it double stacked. Just continue to poke and prod, trying to get Wayne another ult charge towards another reckoning here. As he's gonna melee him! Excuse me! Oh, they are feeling it! Timeout be damned!
Oh my goodness.
That is bold, brash, disrespectful, and absolutely entertaining.
Oh, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. Do it. Oh.
It's the only thing we need. Yep, just keep nothing else in the replay package. Just that.
Left-hand jab for the knockout punch on the round. Absolutely stellar. Oh, this is beautiful. I am just loving this. And you still have Camo's ult. He's been sitting on it for forever.
Martin looking for the punish. We'll be able to find him. Minibu kind of getting bogged on the pillar. Ends up getting caught. Convergent path's going to be invested over towards the connector, but it's so many players stacked up, ready to receive this pressure. And this time, Mates are coming out on top. Suddenly, just Nats left alone. Peeking, seeing if he can find anybody in transit, but all of Mates already corralled on that B site.
Nats is laughing. He's just like, oh, okay, it didn't work this time.
You've already done so much work on this attacker side.
Right.
Can't be too bothered, but would still love to find some damage. Continue to keep the economy of Mates weak. As well as get towards a pit.
Triple stack.
Yeah, looking for the high-low. If anybody could break it, though, might just be Nats. Just off that left-hand side, yeah. Waiting until he's perfectly out into the open. Some warning shots, perhaps, trying to set up for that poison orb, but people will be able to close the gap and get the kill. So flawless fashion for Mates to finally find their second round win.
Yeah, so you've seen a couple rounds here in a row with this. Put Martin at the pillar at the front of B so you can get that quick info, so you can make the fast rotates. This time around, he plays a little bit differently than he did on the Eco, where he tucks back into the cubby, and he's able to get that kill onto Minibu, and that really kind of neuters this attack that you're trying to set up with those fast entries. Martin just through the smokes, domes a couple. Mini even stands up after that one. But
hello, you guys nothing were smashing every.
Well, maybe a bit of that fear being shrugged off. See if they can continue it, though.
Surely
This
not.
time, Trailblazer will check out Martin's position.
Surely this is a fake. Like, this is all a ruse by Liquid. But they're all 5 here, so I don't think it is.
Looking for the quick shot. Martin able to dodge that one. Faces forward, finds Miniboo, but people's going to be on the trade. So Neon's down on both sides. Or picked up 2 charges for Wayne to get that next Harbor ult cycled in. Martin nearby enough, does have the dimensional drift in case he starts getting into a sticky situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him rip it about when the execute starts to come through, just to get the information on that back line. Let Mini try to deal with Camo if possible. The fade there too.
Pop flash through. In around the back, Starzo looking for the kill. Purple gonna be taken down, but not before Glyph is traded out. Reface in, and Starzo cleans up 3. Gets mates the same on the scoreboard as they look to claw this one back. Still, though, seems like it's all smiles from the TL camp.
I was gonna say, we can't just keep doing B here. We gotta try a little bit different. The strategy book's surely deeper here.
Yeah, all 5 mid, perhaps.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, the death ball is whatever. I mean, but this is kind of what you saw against T1 for Team Liquid, right? Where they're running over you a little bit. Once the adjustment is made, then they're going to do like 4-1. They're going to let Nat start to lurk a little bit. They're going to kind of toy with some pressure at a different part of the map, potentially. They're going to try a 3-2 split.
A big change up, but Nat's still getting caught in mid. That big haunt reveal as Martin able to collect both kills. Camo now taken down. Miniboo tagged up around the corner, and Glyph has the flank through Art. The aggression out from mates now starting to be rewarded as Team Liquid might not have too many smiles remaining on their faces after this one. The gap is getting closed very quickly, and now a neural theft to reveal. Wayne fishing for the kill. Eventually he's going to be able to find the one, finds a second. Maybe if he was able to find a third. Purple, however, not able to find the pop flash. They get the turn, they get the win, and mates get themselves 2 rounds away from a 6-6 half.
Okay. Mates now just countering aggression with aggression of their own. They're just going to start pressing the map. Wherever they feel like the hits are going to be, they're going to react just ASAP to it. Let's see if there's going to be any adjustments in the Team Liquid camp. The roaring start now being calmed down.
Nice, come on!
Getting some good timings, the push out of doors to find some kills, but this is just coming down to, it's like 2 bulls butting heads against each other.
Back in a flash.
We're still a little pacey, but it's not a full commit just yet this time. They're trying to bait a reaction.
Bit more restraint, but okay, swinging in. I thought people had that one 100%, but Wayne just takes his head off. There's nothing more that Martin can do, just blocked off. Now, 4 players still lurking around water. Nats just start scaling forward towards that A site, which for the most part is empty. Mates leaning in towards B once again.
That's a gun upgrade as well for Team Liquid there. They were on a weaker buy and they just scooped that gun up. So now they're gonna have a little bit of extra firepower. 2 sheriffs behind those 3 rifles.
Face back in, ensure that everything is cleared out. As there's the high tide going across the A site. Mates get the bad news. Now they're gonna have to try to make their way forward, and Nats is still watching for a potential deep flank that is not likely to be seen.
Are we gonna plant?
Eventually.
Just checking.
Make sure that Nats is clear to advance forward, so now they can get that pit and pipe it. Okay, Martin is able to find Camo, brings this back into a 4v4. They'll still find themselves disadvantaged given the pit now in play, but the dimensional drift is there. Martin gonna go on a scouting mission, try to spot them out. Sees the one, guides Mini's aim. Purpo now taken down. After the defuse, spot onto another. Just sending out some warning shots. The weapon gets passed over into Nats' hands, and he's able to put it to use for a kill. Mini struck down. Miniboo still here on the flank. The shorty in Martin's hands. The one coming away with the elimination, and now it's down to Miniboo. The push forward, they almost line up for him, but Martin with 3 will get Gentlemates a 5th round win.
This is fantastic stuff from the mates. They have found their groove now. They have found the rhythm of this, and finally getting that drift, and it gets tremendous value. Maybe just specifically saving this to counter Nats' Viper's Pit the whole way through. Martin again finding players through the smoke. He's been so good at that. Anticipating Nats is gonna push out. Nats had a shorty of his own, but Martin quicker to the draw. He's starting to break things open, starting to heat up. 13-9 for Martin.
Scary prospect. Despite the run back coming through, still not seeing a timeout call from the Liquid camp. Going into that second half from the defender's side with both in the back pocket. Will they have the advantage is the question. Slide in, Miniboo continuing to be the tip of the spear. Camo now. Just taking turns, a bit of a relay here between the two of them, but Camo does eat a decent bit of damage there from the wall bang.
God, you've opened up so much of the map here, but oh, Mini's gonna find Nats over at long A.
Same lurk that he was trying to do in the previous round, never got punished, never had that forward push coming through, and this time Mini is able to get the catch.
That's huge because now you don't have that long A control. You're forced to go over to B. Into this Cypher setup, into the Astra Stars, into Glyphs.
Watching close, finds the first, Camo taken down, swings in for a little bit more, and Glyph finds a second. Oh, shot's gonna be going wide, but the pop flashes out. Martine looking for the transfer, cannot quite find it. Miniboo now dashing forward, but it's chaos across the board. Loses sight on Bippo, who cleans it up with a shorty, and just like that, 6-6 at the half.
That is absolute madness. Blistering pace to that half, but it comes out 6-6, all square in the end.
Just wild scenes, but you have to think for Team Liquid, given how this had started, unthinkable. Need to be having some steadier play going into that second half, otherwise mates might just be able to take the map for themselves.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Gracias, Nosfe, gracias, Kevo. Y bueno, qué locura lo que estamos viviendo hoy también, ¿eh? Ya son 3 días de evento y hace calor, así que, por favor, todo el público, vayan levantando sus botellitas. Es momento de hidratarnos. Primero voy a comenzar yo, si me lo permiten. Ay, Dios, qué rica está el agua, en serio. Y ahora, vamos a hidratarnos todos. Todos con la botella arriba. ¡Vamos, Santiago! ¡Bien, eso! Yo quiero hacer un brindis, ¿eh? Yo quiero hacer un brindis por este evento maravilloso, por este público increíble, por todo lo que hemos vivido y todo lo que falta en este Masters Santiago y porque realmente tienen un país hermoso. Así que salud por Santiago.
Keeping the crowd hyped and keeping them hydrated as well. Fans having a whale of a time out here in the arena. Even on a Monday, showing up to cheer, to lend their voices. But right now, a 6-6 scoreline between Gentlemates and Team Liquid after a 6-1 start for TL.
Now what does this defender side look like for Liquid? Are they just running it down here?
Let's keep on sprinting.
It's a 1-3-1 split. They're gonna just try to challenge mid here. Just disrupt anything Mates has in their heads before it even gets rolling. And over towards Beepo there. Angled in the direction of those double doors. He's kind of on his own. They're looking for kind of a reactive play here, potentially. Maybe a bit of a crunch from the window with Glyph.
Looking for the aggro push out. Melee bolt exchange, Miniboo gonna be held at bay. Continuing to try to push forward, however, and it's just right into a firing squad. And only able to find the single kill.
What are they gonna read? He tucked in here.
Hard to say, but he is completely surrounded, and he's gonna have to try to fight his way out. Staying drilled in on the angle, finds the headshot. But where do you go from here? Into the grave, it would seem. Garzo able to find him now. 3v2. Favor to the side of Mates as they make their way across towards the B site. Wayne nearby, sitting in back halls. The tether to find nothing, a shot to Beepo. Puts him down to 70. Looks for a little bit more though, and it's gonna be Martine taking him down. That's now a 1v3. All 3 players, 70 health on the opposite side. Can he pull out the clutch? towards Halls. Martin jiggling just out of sight. Now a TP across towards Long. Bite in hand, Nats himself down to 70. Trying to swing the corner, finds the instant headshot spots. Martin has the tap! Goes for the reload. Martin now backpedaling, but damage gonna be found. Nats down at 15 health. Needing to close the gap. He's got the time to play with, but he does not have the health advantage. And Martin, with 3, will get mates the pistol.
Ooh boy, almost got a little Nats magic, but just came up short. But it's all just coming down to a numbers game at times here. Whoever's gonna get more guns to bear in the heat of the moment, and this time around, you know, Team Liquid with this pistol probably hoping that Mate is just pushing in an extremity, either long A, long B. They actually held there, coming from shops, and that was just exactly what they were hoping for. Team Liquid ran in there and lost an extra player, even though Camo can do a little bit more damage through. That's all on his own over here. Trying to tuck in.
Mini fully blinded up. Mini boom will be able to find the kill. Decent little advantage for them finding that lurk player as Nats handed in hand. Takes down Glyph as well.
So tricky.
Weaponry still not going to be on their side. It's going to be a double push out towards Secret. Swing around the back. There's the Marshall, but Mini doesn't pull the trigger fast enough. Martin finds the headshot. Star Zone with a Spectre. 1v2 swing about to come through, and they cannot overwhelm. Barely takes any damage. Now it's just Purpo to try to see if he can get a little bit more through. It's a bit more costly of an anti-eco. The round win is certainly out of reach. So play it patiently, just linger within the spawn. The back away will come in, and Mates will allow him to go down to the spike.
And you're still going to be able to keep some pretty good weaponry here for Mates. It's starting to get a little bit worrisome. Liquid needing to punch back, needing to answer back. Does this composition, does this have any more layers to it, any more strategy? You know, on this defender's side, still have so much smokes to work with, so much delay potential, but you're just kind of running at them. Haven't seen it be super effective just yet. Toxic screen, you know, something to consider. The way Nats is going to play, tuck into those angles. Across the mid there, he's able to cover so much space with it.
Feels like a big thing that they really need is, you know, Purpo to get online. 1-9 at the moment was instrumental in their victory.
True.
See if he can work some of that magic, find his form. Is now they're just looking for the crunch play, and People's going to be caught in midair as Camo collects 2, looking for the third, but Martin trades it back. Finds both the enemy duels, but does fall down to 5 HP. The regen armor to try to reinforce him just a little bit. Dimensional drift's going to be coming in. Double peek, double push. Trying to see if they can stop this push forward, but Purpo eventually able to find Mini. Here's the exit, turns back to main, and that's what we're talking about.
Down A.
A monstrous kill to be found, and now Martin with 5 HP. Certainly he's not going to be able to find a clutch from here. Knife in hand. Nats hears the movement, hears him working his way around. 50 seconds. Either try to make a play or try to go for the save.
Gonna get Purpo into a favorable angle there. Nats can watch Art or double down on the spike.
He's got the money, but closed. You want to play into this, you want to potentially give away another kill, another ult charge to one of these players. It seems like Martin is at least going to be going for it, and who knows if he can find the first one. A one-tap onto Purpo, it could be everything, but it will be Purpo to strike him down. A 3K to rally back. Team Liquid still suffering some heavy losses in the anti-bonus, but they get the round win.
It's just what the doctor ordered. Purpo, EMEA, one of the best when it comes to headshots. He's an incredible kid. Speaking of headshots, Camo hits a couple big ones. Martin is just ever present, ever dangerous.
Oh, he is destroying at the moment.
He is.
21, 11, and 4. He's well ahead of anybody else on his team.
He's just in the groove for 2026. The man is just record-breaking. See what he's got in store for us here. Another big push out early. A long control established, but Mates at least putting a pause on it. Maybe gonna re-clear that. Gonna hear those footsteps out. Do they want to mess?
We saw the one shot. It was just one Sheriff to clear the Trailblazers. And they're going to basically completely evacuate this A side of the map.
They're just expecting, based on the way Liquid's been playing, that there might be another layer to that attack. So it's just take your time, then go for the re-clear. You've got so much control at long B.
But you've also got 4 players from TL in position just against Martinez on the other side. And granted, it might take 4. I was going to say it might take 4 to dispatch him, but Nats will be able to quickly take him down.
I think you're kind of happy to play a little bit of retake with this comp too as Team Liquid, and especially with the convergent pass there. Yeah, Starkso does have a Nightfall. This could have some ult v ult shenanigans, but just looking at where Starkso is posted up, he hasn't moved a muscle. He's looking for that late lurk. They could get there.
Right now in play, convergent paths, looking for the catch. He's able to find one, but a little bit delayed on that one. Wayne ends up falling. Spitball finds the kill. Let's be taken down at the same time, but Starkso holding his own. Miniboo now felled. 3v2. Players connected away from one another. As the heals come in, getting Camo back up to 100 HP. ETL favored, but not quite ready for it, but Purple, what a turn! Gets the headshot, takes down Beepo, and Nats finds himself a 3K. Defuse to come in, and Team Liquid, they tie it up 8-8.
Just great patience. Team Liquid trying to take their moments, trying to find their advantages, starting to spread the map a little bit here. You know, Miniboo in a 1v1 against Starkso there, you feel pretty confident about trying to take that fight. Starkso bests him. Convergent path catches Glyph right as he's on the way out after planting. So that's a freebie. That's a hell of a turn.
One enemy remaining.
That's what you need.
Hey! Hey, stand up! Hello! You wanna stand up?
I love Nats.
I do too, man. He is.
And I do question how much personal beef there is here. Because they haven't played against each other this year.
Right.
But if you remember all the way back to that first Champions, it was Nats on one side of the stage, Starzo on the other, and Starzo got the better of him. Denying that trophy out of his hands. From on high, though, Camo. Quick shot, able to find Beepo with the help of Nats, I believe, with the snake bite. Nats himself will be able to find an elimination before Martin takes him down.
Planted.
Oh,
It's okay, yeah. Suddenly facing forward. Here it stares. The kills we found. Liquid members picking their targets, and just like that, they are back into the lead.
you want to sing Nats' praises a little bit more, and I do. The way he plays that round is pretty cheeky. He throws the pit down, doesn't even stay inside of it for like a second, immediately wraps back towards the window of flowers and waits for a player there and gets a kill. Like, he's just miles ahead of you. He's expecting players to do things, and he's correct more often than not. And it's just a crossfire, just kind of a roll of the dice there. The ramp from Art. It's Liquid who's got the firepower, and now they've got an op for Miniboo. One away from a Seekers for Purpo. Miniboo's gonna be holding A all by himself. Pretty deep angle posted up on. Stars here for Glyph to escort the team in.
Miniboo with the op. The swing and the collat! Beepo Martin both gonna be taken down. The overdrive now popped. Chasing forward, found a smattering of damage. Stars are gonna be tagged up, plays in off the flash, but still does get decayed down and taken down, but Purple's there for the trade. Glyph looking to try to isolate, get rid of this enemy Sky, but he cannot, because Purple has arrived. Another big round as Liquid hit double digits.
And this is where it gets scary for mates. When the back lines start to heat up, it was the Camo and Miniboo show on the attack side, but now you're getting Purpo, you're getting Nats involved. Beautiful shot from Miniboo. That angle, perfect for him. Nice little play from Starkso to try to bail himself out with the C's, but
Yep. Yep.
yep.
Got off the audio.
We got the joint. We got the gist.
He's very excited. He's very happy. That is clear. And they've now forced the second and final timeout out of Gentlemates. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, even in that first half, never called one. They still have both, and I find that astounding.
Well, I think, obviously, it's been kind of back and forth, and even though Mates ran, what is that, 7 in a row there? Like, you just have that much faith in Nats, too, just to kind of figure things out, to kind of rally the troops. What a luxury to have. to have a tremendous leader like him, but now the coaching staff for Mates is going to have to figure out what they're going to do. Is it time for them to start running it down a bit? You know, they're trying to slow walk in towards some of these rounds, and that's fine with Team Liquid. They're not going to keep the op into the next round, but I don't know if they need it. There's so many options here with this comp to play fast, to take space, to play for retake. Again, so much ability to cover the map, but change of position here of the toxic screen to start. Push it a little bit deeper. Kind of makes you wonder, I'm curious if Nats is going to want to go or if he's setting up for someone else to take some mid space here, and it looks like it's going to be Miniboo. They know Mini's there.
Been spotted. Okay, we'll just be a quick little stalemate over at shop, a back away.
It's a little bait and switch attempt, but Mini wise to it. A stall here. His Mates looking for more aggression, looking for another layer, but it's not there just yet. Dog to clear. Not going to find anything.
They'd love to find an opening kill, have that neural theft.
Yeah.
Be massive for them to try to find the correct side of the map.
Got to get some value out of that Astro ult too.
Double stack though, staring into Art.
You are divided.
Watching on the angle, but Cosmic Divide going to be called in. A push forward. Wayne plays out in front of that one for a brief little moment. Sees it will connect, taking away his audio, and the approach from behind. He's getting ready to come through. He gets run down, but ooh, a full blind coming in suddenly. It is going to be Mates coming out on top. 2 kills going to be found, but Miniboo finds the stun with a relay bolt. Neural depth, getting the ping reveal. His position going to be known, and Mini finds it. Gorgeous timing to get the punish on the enemy Neon. Tapping for it, Nats gives it away at dugout. Ups over the top, tries to hit the transfer, but cannot. Timeout works a treat. Martine with another 3K. Mates one off, tying this up again.
Yeah, and I think it's simple things here for Mates that you're talking about in this timeout. It's being very cognizant early, waiting to see what the trap is, what the sneaky play is. Shut that down. Don't give Miniboo anything. Use that Cosmic Divide to escort yourself into that site, and then let Martine do what he does best and frag he has. He's up to 26 now. He might be
like the 30 bomb is inevitable.
100%.
We have at least 3 more rounds to be played out. Maybe a bit of a softer start for him in the tournament, but now is certainly finding his footing. He had on display back at EMEA. Nightfall online with the orb take, as well as that dimensional drift.
Right, so you should be able to...
a cheeky setup.
Exactly, you should be able to guide that Nightfall in pretty nicely here.
Not only that, but a silent exit around the back. Trying to just stuff somebody with a shorty. Not sure if he's going to quite be getting the opportunity, though. So far, all the players from Team Liquid playing back, now starting to advance. Miniboo going to be struck down as Bitmo finds the opener. Dry pop, Nats able to find one. Wayne's taken down. The flash, however, connecting massive from Purple, but just can't quite find anything more off the back of that. Camo now in a 1v2, but both players low on health. The plant not committed to. If Starzo goes for it here, Camo should be able to suss out that it's just behind the pillar and catch him with a wall bang. So Mates completely pumped the brakes.
Still have the saturate too for Camo.
30 seconds left.
The haunt the tower. Rotate over into default. Camo on the push. Finds the one tap. Looks for the kill. Some damage exchanged, and Starzo comes out on top in massive fashion.
Woo! Starzo has hit some big ones. He has been so clutch today for Mates so far. The IGL getting some good frags. Huge opener for Beepo. That Neon battle so crucial in this matchup because that allows you to continue to accelerate, to continue to take space. Now, that's a beautiful flash from Purpo in the follow-up as well. Camo probably kicking himself a little bit. We're finally going to get a timeout from Team Liquid. See if they can make some adjustments of their own.
Nats asked them to stand up. They delivered. And now, it'll be the first timeout call for Team Liquid on Pearl. Still one more in case this gets away from them, but the economy is shaky to say the least. Just be 2 rifles and a smattering of the other weaponry going into this to try to stop the advance of Mates.
Yeah, and you're going to have a reckoning. You're going to be one away from a convergent pass for Camo, so it could be a world where you're going to be able to use these ults to turn this round on its head economically. Just is that going to be available to them? Is that going to be part of the plan, or is it just a kind of gimmick play into saving those ults for the follow-up buy round? So you're going to be so close. Seekers as well, almost there. A lot to consider as mates in this timeout with all that's going on there on the other side of the coin. But it looks like Long B is going to be challenged here. Stack setup and a push through.
Oh, hello. Bit of a jump scare. Suddenly, snap over to Camo, and he is dead.
I think maybe they were hoping that they, Mini's been playing that position solo a lot, and maybe they could, again, try to get that freebie. We've seen them try to make him uncomfortable. Pushes through mid, pushes through long.
One more kill for Martin on his warpath to the 30 drop, so just needs a couple more kills for that, and now Liquid. Call is being sounded to rotate across towards that A site, and couldn't have written it better here for mates. Working their way into B right as it gets evacuated.
Okay. What's this retake gonna look like? You've got a Bucky for Mini Boo. Some scary things happening. Spectre for Nats. Are you gonna be able to get it started? Flanks are gonna be not being dealt with because none of the trips back there are cleared, so all eyes forward for mates.
Well, they'll try to cut off Halls as well as Long. Swing coming in, but full flash connecting on to Wayne, and yeah, it is just a shooting gallery, a flawless round for mates to gain the lead. Not allowing for the half buy to come through. Team Liquid now once again on the back foot.
Okay, this is kind of where I'm sure a lot of that timeout talk was happening. Now you've got 3 ults. You've got a lot of ability to take this over. Rip.
It's a bit too far on the dash.
Beautiful. And again, it's all that extra layer you have with the Cypher to know that your flanks are clear, so they can just concentrate their fire up there. Makes it easy for them, to say the least.
Into the full buy, 3 ultimates to try to utilize. Your ult depth available for mates as they look to get themselves up to map point on their pick. That's going to quick rotate across towards B.
A little bit of a stutter step here at the start for mates coming out of window. So they didn't fall for the convergent pass trap that was being attempted.
Blazer goes to shop. Doesn't get deep enough to find Martin. I don't think he's been spotted. There's no ping coming down.
No, they didn't see him.
Meanwhile, Mini just fearlessly charging through Art now to stairs. Could just say tucked away in this position, the Seekers, however, might play spoiler.
Look at that. They're so quick to rotate off those Seekers. They were already so deep where mates over towards A. They're going to commit. They still have plenty of time here in the round.
Mini Boo trying to play up on top. Struck down. Massive kill to be found for Mini. Does he invest in neural depth immediately off that? The answer is going to be yes. Sends it, but Nats does manage to find the punish, so 1 for 1 thus far. Reveal comes through, and now they advance forward onto the A site. Looks like they're going to call for a last-second pivot, however. And the way across in through mid, now towards that B side of the map.
Almost out.
Plenty of time to try to get the plant. On clears out Halls. Wayne has the wave ready to go. Will just send that one through. The blind stab, but now it's dissipated, and Starzo finds Camo. Bippo gets Wayne. And everything is coming up, mates. Team Liquid now having to back away, saving these final 2 weapons. Gentle mates will get themselves up to map point.
Just again, phenomenal reactions. Trying to put pressure into that back hall. And it's immediately thwarted. Trying to use that ult, but it's a little bit delayed for Camo to get in there. That gives Starzo the ability to reset. Now you're just hoping to keep these guns. Looks like you will as Team Liquid. I don't think Martin's gonna get there in time. But just what a recovery here by mates. I mean, this was looking like it was gonna be Team Liquid just steamrolling this, but they've got the tempo, they've got the pace, they've got the feel now. Beautiful reaction, absolutely stellar.
Not too late to try to get that collapse onto Starzo.
Nice, 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 nice. Let's go.
Yeah, even though the Reckoning now concusses and it gives you a bit of a reveal, and it is really quick, so it's hard to react. It doesn't last as long, so there's a little bit of the difference in it compared to the old one.
Final timeouts from Liquid having to be used in quick succession. They need to push this into overtime. They want to walk away with the win on their opponent's map pick. Already had a 3-map or banger series to start off the day. We very well could be in for a second, given that Bind is the next map.
Yeah. You would anticipate that Bind is almost a given for Team Liquid, but you never know. I mean, the way
It's also got to be the biggest thing that mates are prepping for coming into this.
For sure. You know you're leaving it open.
Cover that when we get to it, but that is the timeout now done and dusted. Will we say the same for Liquid at the end of this round, or will mates not quite be able to finish it just yet? Martin's still 2 kills away from finding that 30 bomb.
And it's just been the discipline here for the mates on this attacker side. Not falling for anything in mid, not giving up any of those early first kills very often. Once they got through and stabilized, they've got 4 in a row. They're looking to finish the job. Glyph all on his own over at Long A. Get that waylay slowly creeping through. Mid-space attempted with a high tide.
Full control there. Camera's still situated. Glyph just backs away, giving up that space over towards Long. And now here comes the pressure.
Yeah.
Death ball from mates, storming their way in towards B, and there's no ambiguity about this. They're making plenty of noise. Snake bite to try to delay. It's only going to find a minor little bit of damage, and Nats is going to be good for 1 kill, but eventually gets flushed out. Wayne with the Guardian, finding the one, catches a glimpse, but catches a shot as well. Starzo keeps him in with a 3v3. Purple Camo, Miniboo now the ones that need to be the difference makers, but Mini is looking for a flank as he rotates up towards tower. There are 2 players tucked into this position, and now he strikes, finding one, but not before Glyph gets taken out. 2v2, Starzo tucked into the cubby here at Long. The defuse now being held, gets it up to half. Miniboo has the cover, Mini making plenty of noise, but Purple pulls off the defuse, finds the shot. And Liquid will find at least another round win. 1 more to go to take this into overtime.
Whew. Felt like that one might have been lights out with Mini's lurk there. I was getting ready to go over to Bind. Nats does well to at least get 1, but Wayne is also finding some value with that Guardian. Miniboo, he's alive, him and Purple. Able to just barely hold on. So 1 more here. Find out if we're mates up 1-0 or we're going to overtime.
Operator in play. Big changeup might be unexpected here. Yeah, Beepo the one with it in hand. Getting positioned over towards B Long. Once again, it's only Nats playing on that site.
I mean, this high tide does give you so much control in the early part of the game here. So that is kind of forcing Mates' hand to start leaning in towards B. And this time around, Nats tucked really far back. Doesn't want to give any early info over.
Does have Wayne rotating in. Smoke just going to be cycled forward. Try to dissuade this push.
But, I mean, Purple hasn't seen a damn thing over at Long, so now you're really going to be leaning in. Camo swinging through.
Not going to be having your flashes as well for the immediate retake. Nats, however, just staying tucked away into the corner. Prowler looking to try to chase him down, though, will give the reveal over. As Beepo swinging around the back of Halls. And Camo and Wayne, now Nats all dead. Beepo finds 2. It's just Miniboo and Purple to try to be the difference makers to extend this into OT. So many players low on health, but all 5 still alive. The drop down, the shot's getting ready to come in. So around the back, the blind is there, Martin. Purple finding 2. An ace clutch, does he have it in him? They're all so low, but Starkso's got the shorty. He's got the gap closed, and Mates have the map, 13-11.
But I think both of these teams have been a problem on Bind, though.
Yeah, they have.
To be fair.
That's what I was going to say, because I think it's probably the second best map coming out from Gentle Mates, so this is not going to be some kind of pushover performance. Interestingly enough, Team Liquid have also got like another different comp that they used at the start of kickoff. They were still winning with that, so they've just, you know, gone from strength to strength. This is Nat's home territory, but I don't think Gentle Mates are going to roll over here. Even if it does go to 3, this should be a barn burner.
Pressure's on here really for Team Liquid, but you heard in the interview Coach Lohan, Wyatt, he was confident.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to their home turf right now.
Bread and butter.
And at that, like I said, they're going to continue this pair-up duelist Camo and Miniboo on defense. They're playing mega aggro. They're fighting into showers. They're fighting all the way down to Fountain B long. That's the game plan on defense, and these guys are in form. Camo had a stunning performance on Pearl. It was just overshadowed because Martin was outrageous.
Sideshow, your your Gentlemates in this situation. You can close it out 2-0. How do you do it? Who do you stop?
Oh, bro, I mean, when you're on the attack side, you just have to hold. You have to wait, and you have to wait for them to be pushing shore, pushing sand. I think sand should be a bit of a weakness. Nats tends to push out hookah quite a lot. I think maybe Gentlemates could capitalize on that, but it's so difficult when they're just everywhere all over you.
And they're going to be getting hit by weird util combo plays, dashes down into market from short. They have a whole playbook ready to go of just mental aggro stuff on defense. Again, this is Liquid playing attack and attack on this map.
I'm looking for Martin on the attack side to be able to diffuse some of these traps by teleporting out and kind of allowing Liquid's traps to get 0 value.
Big opportunity for the Gentlemates to go through to the playoffs with a 2-0 scoreline. Excuse me. I'm so excited I can barely speak. Let me go ahead and send it over to your casters. It's Achilleos and Paper Thin. They're better yappers.
We'd like to think so. We certainly hope so, as we get ready to go into what could very well be another chaotic map between these two EMEA squads. Pearl, so very close to going the distance to making it into that overtime. Team Liquid might be kicking themselves a little bit, but we did hear from Lohan. We heard that confidence as they go into Bind.
Oh, and of course you're brimming with confidence, but it's still a tough matchup. I mean, Mates has shown the ability to adjust on the fly here, to make some good change-ups, to make some good plays. And of course, you know, when it comes to EMEA versus EMEA, Martin comes to play, and he was absolutely lights out again. And a deep orb here. He's going to be a pickup, though, for Team Liquid.
Purple. Find some damage there. And so both gonna get tagged up. Push ready to come through. It's gonna be Waylay double dash in, but Wayne covering fire. Able to keep Purple alive. Does get knocked down to 50. Considers the Trailblazer to scout for Mini. Doesn't send it as he sends them to their graves. Critical kills to be found. It's now 3v4 for the retake. Slide in, not anticipating the position. Starzo looking for that second. It will be Martin to collect it. Nats can only find one more. Pistol goes the way of Mates.
Just great little things that Mates are doing. The anticipation by Mini, who was stellar against EDG, finds that lurk timing, and it's right as Team Liquid is considering it. They almost take him out, and that would have been huge because that sets up that extra angle for the retake, but instead it gets smothered out. You're just holding that close angle right to where Miniboo wants to slide on in. Starkso again doing a great job today. He has been so key at finding those big kills against the duelists when he needs to. Orb gonna be funneled to Wayne once again. Fast tracking the orbital strike as quickly as they can.
Right through that pop flash out, looking for a punish on the Starzo, but he's able to pull back away fast enough. At the same time, Camo's going to be taken down as Martin finds him outside of Hookah. Dash over the top, considering the push on this smoke, but Glyph has already collected 2. Trap plays being widely avoided, just the one casualty thus far. Weapon will be grabbed up.
And I think this is wise from Mates. You've made so much attention over towards the B side. They're likely to have already rotated over there, so might as well go over towards A. Against those ecos, teams are likely to just plant their feet. So you're going to be able to get into the post-plant scenario here with quite a bit of weaponry left over. I doubt Team Liquid will want to challenge it. He does have that shorty though, so who knows, maybe he'll try to see if he can run in, grab a few.
Still taking the time on the approach. Spike now to be planted.
Spike.
Miniboo once again going to be, oh, he's just going to rotate all the way out. Can find a weapon there on the floor. Nice little grab up of that Spectre. Let's see if he can put to use. Mini first contact, has that Marshall around the corner ready to go for the peak, but he'll just get sprayed down. Miniboo now, check on the corner, and Starcell so snappy with that shot. Woo! A massive punish, now just eyes on Wayne to see if he can get some real damage, get some of the real weaponry out of the hands of mates. Really finds the timing on the Pipo, but Pipo will steady the spray. 2-0 start here for Gentle Mates.
All right. That is totally fine as mates. Keeping those two Bulldogs and the Phantom in. Mini's going to go for a Vandal. Let's see what Martine wants to do. They're going to pass the gun over to him. Glyph's going to hang on to the Sheriff. Now this is where the real meat and potatoes of Team Liquid's ideas on this map come into play. Looking for some good holds, maybe some early aggression outside of Hookah there. Let's see if it's challenged. Nobody messing with the orb this time.
Free grab of it, one away from orbital strike. There's not looking to get caught by any stray spray here. Play back too deep, but now Nat's about to have a hell of a lot of contact here at A. He's out a couple of shots with that Guardian. Repositions back through lamps. Gets himself over to back truck. His double dash comes in. Great not to find anything in purple for now. Gonna be scouted out. Ooh. They're pinned into the corner at Showers. Position swinging, Miniboo now arriving here from behind. Looking for the sliding kill, but cannot find it. He and Camo both gonna be struck down. Spike not yet playing, but the TP's there. They rotate across towards this B site. Wayne close it up by to try to make something happen, but has to slow it down. Doesn't want to go in by himself. Now in play, but Mini gives him the ultimate in death. And the two remaining players, Purple and Nats, have to go for a save. Bonus conversion for Gentle Mates. A 3-0 start on Liquid's pick-a-bind.
And a lot of space being given up at the front of A here by Liquid. Nats trying to create that extra angle, but that early identification of Purpo's position makes things a little bit uncomfortable there, I feel like, for Liquid to really plant their feet, try to contest.
Purple not carrying forward on this angle. Nats looking for any kind of damage that he can get. He himself potentially the one at risk, especially as Purple ends up falling. Swinging the corner, the kill gonna be found. Nats, the lone survivor. Gentle Mates get a fantastic start to the map.
This is looking so good right now.
Gonna be a timeout call immediately.
Yeah, you can't let this one get out of control, not on your map pick.
And Des was talking about it, how good this map has been for Gentle Mates.
Yes.
They have played it plenty themselves in EMEA. Both teams currently on win streaks coming into this tournament, so one of those is going to be shattered.
Undefeated on it. It's been some close ones for Mates on Bind, but they've come through in the long run every time. So far, so good. Everybody getting involved in the fragging department too for Mates. It's a team effort. Just reading the map pretty well. That quick decision to TP works a treat. They knew Team Liquid going to play a little bit more retake. Still had control of Showers, even though there was identification of that position. That gave Liquid kind of an advantage on the A site, and that's a beautiful on-the-fly call again from Starzo, who is having some of his best here today. I mean, he is rolling with the punches. He is getting his team in order. And like the coach talked about in the interview with Jen, they're making adjustments on the fly, and he couldn't credit his team enough for that.
They're looking right at home here on the stage. Glyph, bit of a rougher performance from him on that opener of Pearl. Now off to the races, 3-0-1 on this Astra. Starzo right there with him with the same scoreline.
And that's the great thing about Mates and what makes them so fearsome is, yes, Martine, yes, he is incredible, but behind him, yes.
All of them could pop off.
Exactly. There's so many talented players on this roster.
Go, go, go.
Quick push coming through here from the double duelist, just trying to meet in with that Trailblazer. Now doubling back across.
Oh boy.
For the moment, there's no read of this, but the shots connecting, but kills not being found. Maybe we'll be able to get clipped, but Purple cannot finish the job there on the Bitmo. He does manage to double up for a second kill. Weapon grab, but quickly dropped onto the floor. Prowler checks out over towards that hookah angle, but the TP not going to be taken by Stars, so just slowly, steadily backpedals away.
This is great. I mean, you've got Mini clearing space on the other side of the map for you to give you the read that maybe B's going to be a better option here. And once again, with that crunch coming in towards A, you suspect that there's more players still behind. And it's a beautiful read from Mates. And Wayne, you know, he has that ult, and he's probably going to have to chew through it for another round. See if they can find a kill and maybe feel comfortable enough to go for the investment of it. Still, Martin has a couple flashes. Mini has his snake bites. You've got a lot of ability to delay and hamper any retake that's if it's even
left.
thought about beyond just sending Wayne in with the stinger.
Haunt available, but looks like they're just going to continue to scale forward quietly. Obviously, nobody home from Team Liquid.
I'll find you.
Plan to come in, but now realize that they're on the wrong side of the map. They'll start working their way across.
Planted.
Gonna try to play this one out. He said, likely is going to require a kill to make them feel comfortable enough to try to invest that orbital strike, if at all.
God, you'd love to get Starkso a kill here. Get his ult online.
Smoke gonna be cycled down, blocking off Hookah. For the jump out, and Mini finds the timing on the Nats. Wayne now alone. Stinger able to find the one, but cannot find anything else. Shorty from Mini will take him down. 4-0 to the side of Mates. Ready to go back in for another buy for Team Liquid. See what that timeout was all about.
But this is awfully concerning for Liquid in a lot of different ways. Even with the timeout, economy-wise, you are extremely on the back foot. Nats is only going to be able to afford a Guardian again into this next round. And on top of that, the ult economy is looking very, very healthy for Mates. With their economy behind that for weapons, and everything is flush. So they have a Nightfall, they have a convergent pass. Liquid again, aggressive.
Looking for the chase in. Mini Boot gonna be struck down. They are able to find Starzo at the same time. Kama, however, still now in this position. Goes dashing forward, looks for the kill, but people holds his own. In Purple do manage to trade this one back and give Liquid a player advantage. That's what the spot number one. Mini loses his head. A solid punish in Liquid. At long last, looking to get on the board, barring Martin going absolutely nuclear. Patients are coming in. He's got the gate crash set up to go back across the opposite side of the map. See if he can make a go of this. We know that he's absolutely capable. Finds the first. There's the tap. TP's out and now has an open A site for the moment. He's going to be playing for it. He might just be able to make this one happen.
He's going to get the drift off of another kill, too.
Where does he opt to go? Checking in towards short. Just beat. An aggro fight right up the front. Sends a flash over, delaying Nats on the approach. But for now, Wayne has the read. He's dialed in on the angle, but turns away. This could be a critical timing. Is Wayne firing off some shots? Martin knows that he's been on red. Sees the first, the orbital strike gonna be called in. Tap of the defuse. ADS in. Allows him to get it up to half. Now sends out the shot, and it's all down to Nats. Look at him commit into this one. Turns away. It's taken so very low. And Martin pulls off an ungodly Red Bull clutch. Maintains the win streak. Mates march on.
And it's the brain power from Martin that gets this round into Mates' hands. Gets that first kill, TP's out, goes for the lurk, plants so he can go from long. And you could see that there's awareness from Wayne that that's possible, but it just took a little bit too long. And look at the shock.
The cognizance to not go for the shot, to stop him from getting to half, to just run the clock down as much as possible.
Yep.
So that Nats is in an unwinnable position is so damn smart from Martin. Slide out though, overdrive from Minibu, able to find one, but quickly traded back. Martin at the same time, able to find Nats' camo, looks for a little bit more, gets a second with a Sheriff, as it's a bloodbath here at Fountain, but Martin once again, last one standing, gets mates another round win.
It just isn't working anymore for Liquid. Just going for these battles is being shut down. That one got close. But when I'm rolling the dice, it's coming up Martin. If I'm mates every time. Guy is just so safe, so steady. Oh, and he catches Purple trying to get out of there, jumping.
Come on! Come on!
And they are so fired up, 6 in a row.
Any hesitancy, any fear that Nats was talking about at the beginning of that Pearl has been gone for a very long time now. They are feeling it. They are comfortable. They are right at home on this stage.
And they've got all their ults. They haven't had to use any. A lot of these rounds they've been winning. That last one was just so fast and furious. No opportunity to even really throw one out. Starts O.
Ammo dead. Minibu able to find the one, the drop in. Looking to try to set up for the stun. Purpo now absolutely screwed. No surviving. As what are you meant to do?
Them.
Nats will rotate. He'll try to make a go of something, but no. Thinks better of it.
Planted.
Has to tuck away and hide, and you can see the frustration. And while they were able to hold both timeouts for the entire first half of Pearl, I think we're going to have to see both of them expended here on Bind. Mates have done their homework. TL right now, they are flunking the test.
That is for sure. And you're just, you know, this is one of the things that the analyst desk was talking about before the match, how important that Sands fight is for this Team Liquid comp on this defender side, and they're losing it time and time again. Mates is setting up for the crossfires. They're setting up for the ante. And then they're counter-punching immediately. Once Team Liquid is on the back foot, once they smell that blood in the water, these sharks are hungry, and they are feasting. And again, with all these ults here, you know, you could see some of the thought process, some of the idea from Liquid that maybe you want to get ahead of that a bit, but you're not winning anyway. And so now, yep, here comes that timeout you're just talking about, man. I think Starkzell might have been barking a little bit there.
Making after Yampi, perhaps. But yeah, second timeout call for Team Liquid. Last one of the map, and at this pace, last one of the series. Gentlemates are looking to get us back on track after that long opening first set.
It felt like to me coming into this match today that this was going to be a 3-map, really close affair. You know, they've never faced each other, so maybe both teams get wins on their map picks. It's going to be really back and forth. But, you know, once mates have made the adjustment, it's been pretty smooth sailing for them. Nats wants to give that speech.
This has got to be one hell of a speech.
It's got to be his best yet.
Not going to be finding the same weaknesses here. Can't just tell the team, okay, we find this player, we go towards them, we run at them, we disrespect them.
Right. And another
poster on the other side of the stage, all of them are deadly right now.
Yeah. And another big problem you're having is you're constantly on weaker buys because of the way this has been going. You're always in a round without a full purchase. You're always with a Guardian when you have the rifles. This time you're going to have a Guardian, a rifle, a couple Sheriffs, and a Stinger. And even then, if you lose this round, Minibu's at 200 credits, so you're kind of throwing everything you got at it. Beepo good for the first.
He's going for the walk down. Wayne, I see tucked here inside of that smoke, but he just has a Stinger, so can't really come to the rescue until this final moment. He'll eventually going to be found. Beepo having just double dash away. Meanwhile, Dimensional Drift going to be popped by Martin, exploring into the A site, spotting out Nats. Goes for the exit, and Martin has him outdone. Oh. Camo now gone. Just Purpo. And Martin is ready and waiting to intercept. Noise being made. The swing about to come through. Are they trying to funnel this? Or they just want to go to Martin? It doesn't matter either way. He will have it 10-3-0. 8-0 on this map. Gentle Mates are running away with it.
This time, you know, Liquid tries to do something a little bit tricky, send a player up hookah without players coming out of Sands initially. Wayne's gonna sit through a little bit of that snake bite, and he does catch a prize for that with his patience. Outside of that, you know, those all starting to come into play there for Mates. Finally investing a few of them to make sure that Nats isn't gonna be a problem, and I get it, that's totally worth it. Nats gonna use his pit in short. So this should give you a little bit of comfort on the A site. Purple does take Mini down at long at Sands, so okay.
Critical feels like one of the first bloods that they've really been able to get.
It's starting to look really nice. Even with that Showers control, that Viper's pit still gonna be a little bit annoying for Mates to consider.
Two players stacked up just outside of hookah, but it looks like they're gonna slowly drift away.
Suppose you could
together, I mean,
Convergent pass Nats out of this thing?
They might just try to overwhelm him. Likely suspect that he's going to be playing alone. Which is correct, at least within the pit itself. Camo not too far off as now they go in for the dive. TP forward, Nats out reading him. Is able to find a second, looks for the third, but Cliff will be able to take him down the pit now, fallen. Camo, however, on the peak will find the final two. And Team Liquid in round 9 will at long last get themselves on the board.
And it just took a commitment from Mates to try to clear Nats out of the pit. That's something many have tried, few have succeeded on. Through the poison cloud there too for Purple. My goodness, great read from Nats. Expecting that TP to come in, spraying around the corner, knowing that somebody's probably coming at him with a shorty close up and he can beat him to the punch. Okay, Mates here, your ideas.
Still have a lot of ults to try to work with.
Exactly, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see some combos here. Use that Convergent pass to take space. You can use the Cosmic Divide as well. Got the post plant set up with the Viper's pit. They're just being patient. They need to watch. Team Liquid is basically pushing almost every round, except for the last one, so we'll have to be thoughtful of that at the very least. Let some time tick down. Miniboo so close here, ready to explode.
Want to find it.
Divide in the Convergent pass, a catch onto one. Plan to the feet, but Miniboo playing forward. Catches Biffo completely off guard. He's considering going for the slide in, but it is to his demise as Mini finds a second. And Wayne has been displaced. Nats setting up long range Molly there, but now plays forward, seeing Glyph here on the site. Challenges for the fight, but Glyph comes out on top. Camo's dead. And Gentle Mates will not allow for Liquid to wiggle their way back into this map.
Yeah, that Convergent pass this time isolates Miniboo, and he has to try to make a big play. Can only get the first there, sliding in. And then Mini doing a great job there. Fantastic shooting. Martin expecting Camo in the TP. Oh boy, only one. That's all that Team Liquid gets before Mates answers right back. So it's the first time we're seeing a little bit more Showers aggression since early on. Miniboo with the operator. But a poison cloud. Gonna slow him down ever so slightly. Let's see what the plan now is. Still have
time to jump.
The pit for post.
Ready to go diving. Wayne will clean him up. Peeks in for another. Gets himself a third. And Wayne suddenly coming alive.
Down A.
Virgin Path's there, locking Mini into the corner. Wayne has done wonders here in this round. Seems like still yet maybe a bit of fight left in Team Liquid. A 2v5 conversion will almost certainly be backbreaking though if Mates could pull this off.
It's theoretically possible.
Just Nats alone for now.
If you get him clean, you get the pit, you get the plant.
30 seconds left.
It is Nats.
Gets the spot, manages to slide away, pushes forward into the tube. The teleporters take in the reinforcements, getting corralled. Flash not confirming anything, and Glyph is going to be struck down as Wayne finds himself up fourth. So flawless round here for Team Liquid, much needed, especially with the op in play. Going to be eyeing up a 3-9 half.
Yeah, good read from Liquid. This is the Wayne show here. Those bullets coming through. Just steps into it. Virgin pass there, kind of unnecessary, but it's okay because you got the round win and you need to get him where you can. Wayne will have his ult as well for this final. So if you get to 3 years Liquid, say there's hope. Team's gonna grab an op as well. Try to counter Mini Boot. Smoke right in his face though.
Trailblazer leading forward, Camo. Getting in deep on the angle, likely going to be taking that refract out. And yes, absolutely has to. So it's getting tagged from behind. Bitbo looking for the dive in, sets up with that saturate. It's Mini. Scales forward, filling that space. Martine scoped in, Camo dead. Only able to find Starzo. The plant will very swiftly come in. He's tanking the snake by tanking the vulnerable. As Nats, he's got the shorty out. It says, I don't want it to happen a second time. Martine won't give him the time of day. Makes his exit back to the front of sight. Now 2v4 with a pit in their faces. He'll be swooping through, gets spotted, gets tagged up, a headshot in midair. Martine looking for the flick down, but now it all comes to Nats. The 1v3 with the time bleeding away. The star is set up for the grab well. They are looking to make this absolutely impossible for him. Hippo from Showers will fall, but the time is just gone.
One enemy remaining.
It'd have to be the full stick. It's not there. It's not to be. Nats with 3 cannot find the win, cannot get Liquid that third round win. It's 10-2 with Mates well out in front.
It's aces for Mates. Stellar, top to bottom. Everything they're doing here, this little bait and switch you're doing to set up the op, beautiful.
This double duelist from Liquid needs to get activated. It needs to be impactful, and it needs to be from the pistol, from the outset. We're gonna go to the halftime break, and when we come back, we'll see if Liquid can run this one back into their favor.
Le voy a pasar el micrófono a Mitsu.
Quiero empezar cantando. Ah, gracias. Muchas gracias, amigos. Me imagino que conocerán esta canción. Voy a decir algo y ustedes la siguen, ¿ok? Déjame que te llame. Y ahora sí, mi sueño. Amigos, una vez lo quiero hacer. Yo sé que lo hemos pedido un montón, pero... C-H-I... G-G-G. Qué grande, amigos. Muchas gracias.
This map might not be as close as we and the fans here in the arena would like, but they are still energetic. They are still entertained. The big question is, can Liquid find this opening pistol to try to begin an ungodly run back on this map?
It is a lot to ask of Liquid, but I'm not counting them out just yet. Still feel like there's gas in that tank. Just gonna have to dig really deep, deeper than they ever have.
Well, they need to find it, or they need to siphon it from somewhere very quick.
Wherever you can get it. Look at this setup when we get into the map here.
Yeah.
4 players in hookah, 4 mates, like just trying to play anti, death ball essentially. Just trying to catch Liquid in a trap, but I don't think Liquid's even considering that direction. This looks like an A hit all the way.
Could just end up being a death ball through the teleporter, trying to get on that flank very quickly. For now, Starzo alone, fast lane. Bit of a botch job on that one, and Camo. Oh, goes diving in, but the pull is shallow, and he has just broken his neck.
Oh no.
That's now trying to hold the flank, set up the snake bite to delay.
Martin, though.
They're going to be rerouted. This allows for that spike to now get planted, get into play, but like you say, Martin through cave.
That's his Reddit. At least the possibility.
Won't be able to shut him down. Solid kill to be found, duelist for duelist. Miniboo, the only one really playing forward onto the site. In a very deep position. Should he fall, this could end up getting very complicated for Team Liquid in the post plant. Spot out, Mini snaps on, finds the headshot. Purple trying to find him from up top of the box, but cannot. Molly's still there for the delay. Bounces in, Pitbo's gonna give his life to hold it up to half. Liquid, do they realize this is going to be my question, but Purple's still able to find one. Nats now taken out, but Starzo just does not have the time, he doesn't have the bullets, and Team Liquid, they have the pistol.
Okay. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Just get into that post plant. Nats very aware of the lurks of the flanks. That bails Liquid out of this round. What a kill for Starzo again. I mean, they're going at this guy with the Neon with the Waylay, and he's handling it so well.
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Still some energy.
Start that they needed.
Yeah. Getting them fired up.
Massive lead, but still not going to be seeing any kind of force buy here from mates. Nothing cheeky, just a bunch of classics. A shorty for Starzo. Meanwhile, Team Liquid picking up where they left off on Pearl on that attacker side. They're just looking to run it into B, but mates are stacked up. They are here to try to counteract it. So far, it's going to be a 1-for-1. Now the trade up as Bitbo takes down Miniboo. The duelist is going to be eliminated.
Oh
Lift gone, Nats nearly having him lined up, but Martin just outside of Hookah is able to find another before falling, and it's a disaster! As a Mastercard thrifty, give mates the round win! Team Liquid get a pistol, but they cannot catch a break!
And it's simple. Play behind the toxic screen, wait for the commit from Liquid, and then explode through off the flash, the Nova Pulse, and then he's gonna use that Astra smoke. Oh, the fact that he gets one and gets out is criminal from Beepo. But Martin tucks into that smoke on the box, isn't accounted for, gets another. Starzo there with the shorty to claim the eco and likely the map and the series.
That should just about do it. If ever there was a time to prove how much resiliency you have, it would be this moment right now, but so far it is just not going their way. It is just into a meat grinder, round after round. Gentle mates, flawless fashion, they break the economy, they break the backs of Team Liquid. They are now up to match point.
They're striking a pose because they are poised to head into the playoffs. Beautiful. I mean, just the crossfires, the setup. The whole map has been anti. They have got Liquid in a point where it's a Bulldog, a Marshal, a Guardian, and 2 Sheriffs to try to prevent mates from defeating them here. Sending them back down into the... Oh, what a shot, though.
Purpo clean with that. Even if he didn't get him, pretty sure Miniboo would have. Starzo here, joined by Beepo. Here's the teleporters, and now he's got Glyph taking point inside of Showers. The flash goes past him. He's able to find one, finds 2, gets all 3! Spike on the ground! Glyph is an immovable object in Showers. And he might just be able to find an ace of his own, like Forsaken before him, to close out the series.
Right there.
It's the spot out, Wayne will fall, the ace not to be had, but the victory is theirs. Once again, Starzo gets the better of Nats as Gentle mates punch their ticket forward into the playoffs.
This was stellar. I am so impressed with mates. And to take away the map that has been the best for Team Liquid and to absolutely destroy them on it. 13-3.